Alright guys, this is it. Game 5 of the NLDS between the Mets and the Dodgers. I've got this Mets hat on that I still can't quite fit into, so I'm just going to leave it over here for now. Sorry. Say goodbye. Mets have tied the game at 2 apiece on a really crazy play, or a couple plays, as we were in the top of the 5th inning here. Zack Greinke going up against Wilmer Flores. And, this game has been very exciting so far. Jacob DeGrom has not exactly brought his A game, but he has at least kept the Mets in it, as that ball is clearly a ball called a strike. In fact, I think both of those were off the plate, but whatever. The umpires are very good at their jobs, I'm sure. And we go on here with an 0-2 count to Wilmer Flores before I can even get a sentence out. So like I said, this has been a very good game. The series tied at 2-2. The score right now is 2-2, and the count is 0-2 on 2 pitches outside the strike zone. There's 1 pitch outside the strike zone that's actually called the ball. How convenient. Yeah, those 2 pitches were clearly outside the strike zone. But anyway, the umpires never make a mistake. Greinke tonight has retired 9 of 9 batters in 2 strike counts. Don't look now, but it is a 2 strike count. Whether or not it should be is another story. But of course the umpires always find a way to make themselves part of the story. Hopefully that won't be the case tonight, as Flores fouls that off himself. It is a 2-2 game. It's going to be an intense game down to the wire. I have a good feeling about that much anyway. Whether or not anything happens in this inning, I have no idea because I'm recording, and almost every time I record, nothing happens in the inning. It's kind of an ongoing gag, although I'm kind of not finding it funny anymore. But it's not a Red Sox game, so that's a good thing. So at least I'll have something to maybe look forward to. When they were down 2-1, I was kind of worried there because, the Red Sox don't really come back from that big of a deficit, but the Mets at least were able to tie the game. We'll see if they can push across another run or two against Greinke or whoever the Dodgers bring in. Now, I noticed the Mets had Noah Syndergaard warming up in the pen, and let me just say that I was severely disappointed that it wasn't Bartolo Colon. I think that guy needs more time in the series. I think Bartolo Colon hasn't pitched enough. I think we should get him up and going. That's just my opinion on it. So this is pretty intense baseball, I gotta say, and I'm really excited as he strikes out, of course, because that just, whatever happens on the screen has to contrast what I'm saying. I'm just really excited to watch this great baseball. No, I really am. Especially after watching the putrid mess that was the Red Sox all year. It is great to watch some games with some meaning and some excitement to them, where I feel like both teams have an equal chance of winning and not one team is playing like a disgrace to the game of baseball. So in this case, the Mets are definitely, they've put up a great fight in every game of the series, even the ones they've lost. Had it not been for an unfortunate play by Chase Utley, maybe they already win the series, but that's another story. As DeGrom swings and misses. Decent swing for a pitcher. But as I was saying, this is probably the most important game I've filmed since the Red Sox World Series, Game 6. I don't film a lot of games anymore, and, when I do, they're meaningless Red Sox games. So to be able to film this postseason, even just for these few games, has been great. But obviously I'm hoping to film a little more. I'm assuming that was a ball. Okay, good. Even the umpire didn't screw that one up. DeGrom did make it out in his last at-bat, but he got the count to 3-2, which I guess is an accomplishment if you're a pitcher, hitting against a pitcher like Zack Greinke. So we'll see what goes on here with the live Game 5 coverage of Mets-Dodgers. And he swings, breaks the bat, pops it up to third, and he is the second out. DeGrom not really known for his hitting. Now, the fact that they had him bat obviously makes you think he's going to pitch in the bottom half of the inning, which I'm not sure about that based on how he started. He hasn't really been that effective, obviously the 2 runs, but you could argue it could be more than that, as we show 88 NLCS Game 7, because it had the Dodgers in it. Was this also the Mets? Oh, that's kind of funny. Anyway, this footage looks like it was taken a long time ago, but it was just the 80s. Got him there for that last out. This was way back. I'm even analyzing footage from the 88. And that was the year that the Dodgers last won the World Series, too, 1988. Same year I was born, fun fact. Curtis Granderson up to bat. So we see what will happen here. Granderson having some big hits in this series, hoping to keep it going. He takes a ball that was called a strike. Very nice umpiring, as always. I do like that keeps it there, so I know which pitches they're calling incorrectly, even though they're always right. The umpires. Never wrong. Never wrong. Ever. It's great, actually, that we can have such presences in the game. It was popped up. It looked like a better swing than it was. So once again, I film, and once again, nothing happens. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets, tied 2-2, about halfway into this one.